Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have my 50mm prime lens with me and I'm out during the day. Weather's a bit near, but yeah, so many reasons not to come out and do photography today, but I decided that I would. And yeah, I'm going to explain to you in this video why I love using my 50mm 1.8 prime lens. So it's well after sunrise, but it's just cloudy, occasionally drizzly, so that's fine. But the good thing is I can go handheld, which is the first reason why I love coming out during the day with my 50mm lens. Because obviously it's nowhere near as big and nowhere near as heavy as a zoom lens, which is great. So I've come to an area which is, I'm looking for a kind of a mix. Some kind of rural street photography with some nice kind of houses, pathways, leading lines, etc. Maybe some farmhouses as well, which might be quite nice. And just literally experimenting as I go along. And as I said, handheld with the camera, which is great. So I need at least kind of 1/100 for this, for the shutter speed to be ideal for this, because I'm using a 50mm. So as long as I stick to that rule, I should be okay. So I'm recording or vlogging between the showers because my DJI Pocket 2 is not waterproof. I've used it in the rain before. I think I said in a previous video, generally put my hand over the micro SD card. I don't know whether that makes any difference or not, to be honest, but hey. Anyway, got some nice shots here. There's the one behind me that you can see with the nice leading line, firstly of the road, but also of the telegraph poles as well. And then if I turn you around in this direction, just worked on a couple of shots here as well. Now the telegraph poles in this direction, you've got either side of this track here. So I don't really want to include both of those poles in it because otherwise it's going to be confusing. So I've taken one from the left-hand side and then one from the right-hand side as well, and just separating out so each shot has a different telegraph pole with it, which I think makes a much better composition. I was going to say I'm finding a nice quiet spot, but there's quite a busy road just over here. Anyway, one of the things that I really love about using a prime lens, particularly my 50mm, is it just gives me so much clarity on the composition. If I'm out with my 24-200, sometimes, not every time, but sometimes I get caught between, wow, so many different focal lengths. Do I zoom all the way in? Do I zoom all the way out? Yeah, you don't have that problem obviously with a prime because it's just unmovable. And obviously you can change the look of the composition, but you just move your feet, provided that you have the room to do that, of course. Obviously wouldn't recommend that if you're on the edge of a cliff or something. So this is quite nice, I think, just working on this little chapel here. Now it's a little bit dark because I'm under the trees, so I'm probably going to have to increase the ISO on this one. And in case you're wondering, no glasses today because when I'm doing handheld, I always use the viewfinder. I just find it so much easier. I tried at the beginning of doing handheld when I first started photography about, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, to be like the cool kids and use the screen and etc, etc. And then I got home and realized that there was something on the bottom that I didn't like in the composition, etc. So anyway, I'm probably too old to be with the cool kids. So I now use the viewfinder. I just find it so much better. So I'm moving up and down this footpath just to try and find a good composition. As you can see, there is a fence both sides of this footpath, which is great as a leading line, but the biggest problem that I have is some of the posts are pretty big. So what I don't want is to have one post in the shot that's really intrusive and takes the eye away from the rest of it. So as I said, just moving up and down this footpath, obviously because I don't have my zoom, and just looking for something that fits and really makes something that's more pleasing to the eye. I'm trying to use the foliage to frame the shot. So obviously in this instance, just have to kind of move my feet to try and get that composition, and also just going a bit lower and higher as well. So I'm pretty tall though, it's not always easy to get back up. But of course I'm not using a tripod today. That's why you're getting some POV as well on this video. So the other thing I love about my 50mm prime is it goes all the way down to f1.8, which gives me so much flexibility. Firstly, because I can step down and therefore not increase the ISO so much. So great for, you know, overcast conditions, perfect for evening photography and also early morning photography as well. And of course, when you step down lower, you can also get some nice bokeh as well. Again, it gives you some nice options there if you're doing close-up. Right, I am on my way to view a farmer's field for photography purposes, obviously. Last year I came here and I was expecting barley or wheat because someone had uploaded on Google Images this field with barley and wheat. When I got here, it was corn. Yeah, anyway, still got some nice photos. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did a video from here. In fact, I did, because I was just thinking, hey, I should have brought my drone. But I did actually take a drone shot. Anyway, the purpose of this, rather than me rambling on, is to say that sometimes with my zoom lens, I do go out with good intentions and think, today I'm going to set my zoom lens to 85mm, and that's all I'm going to shoot. And yeah, that lasts for about 2 shots before I cheat and start zooming in and out. So it just goes back to what I said before. If you're undisciplined like me, then a prime lens is going to be the best option. So yeah, excellent. I'm glad it's a change. Barley or wheat on this side, and on the other side the farmer is growing mud, which is great. But what is good is we have the tractor lines. Yeah, this might not work at the moment. The wheat or barley seems pretty low. I don't know whether that's because we've had a lot of rain. I'm not sure, I'm not a farmer, if anyone knows about these things. But maybe this is going to work better later on when it's a little bit taller. And obviously it's going to work much better when it's gone golden yellow. Yeah, maybe it works actually better with that hut in the background. Now, you're not going to see massive amounts of the hut, but there is a hill, which obviously is a nice contrast with the different greens. I know some photographers aren't big fans of green. I don't really have a problem with it as long as we have variations in green. So the tractor lines lead to the hill, and you're probably able to just make out the hut as well. So I think maybe this one is actually a better composition than the one that I was looking at earlier. Right, time to head back. Hope you liked this week's video. As always, thank you for watching and see you next time.